Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. We are going to solve the question number 3 of exercise 1B, book 2. Question number 3 is exactly the copy of question number 2, which is on a sheet of graph paper using scale of 1 centimeter to represent 1 unit on x-axis. This line is x-axis, this is y-axis, and the scale is asked to use 1 centimeter as a 1 unit. So 1, 2, 3, write a number for every 1 centimeter. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on, 11. And left side -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, so on. And on y-axis, it is told that for 1 centimeter represents the 2 units. So 1 centimeter represents 2 units. So need to write here 2. Here need to write 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, so on. On negative side, -2, -4, -6, -8, -10, -12, and -14, -14. So we need to write the equations. Question 3, part A is y equal to -2x plus 5, and range of values are given same as in question number 2, that -4 to 4. So we will use the value of x in this range, but it is not necessary that we write all the values. Only a few values are sufficient, so we will use only a few values. So make a table. This is table. So x, and this will be y. So write 0 to 4. I am just taking a few values, leaving odd numbers. So -2, -4, and if we put value 0 here, and we will get 0 into 0, this will be 0, 5. Then 2 into -2, -4 plus 5, 1. Then 4 into -2, that is -8 plus 5, 3. And -2, this will be +4 plus 5, +4 and +5. That will be 9. And -4 into 2, +8 plus 5, 13. So I wrote the values. So draw the point 0, 5. 0 mean x0. X0 is here central point. Here 0 as well as x as well as y are 0. So, and 5. 5 is y is 5. That is this point. And 2, 1. X is 2 and value of y is 1. So 2 and 1 is in between, central point 1. If we want to write all values, this will be 1, this will be 2, here will be 3, like this. And next value is 4 and 3. 4 is x, on x-axis is 4, and 3, value of 3 is here 1, 2, this is 3 actually. So on y-axis, value 3 is here in the middle. And -2 and 9. -2, x is -2 and +9. So positive 9 is here on this point, and then minus 4 and 13. Minus 4, this is x minus 4, and 13 is minus 4, and 12 and 13 is in middle of 12 and 14. So here the point is 13. We can write if we want, this is 13. Okay, and so mostly points are in on this range. I think this point is wrong, which I think I put the from here somewhere. 4 and 3. 4 is this is 4, x equal to 4. If we put x4 here, minus 8 plus 5, this will be minus 3. This is minus 3 actually. There is a mistake. 4 and 3. So 4 and 3 is point is here, not upper. This is not correct. Sorry, it was by mistake. So now we can draw one point was here, 0 and 5. 0 and 5 was, this point was here. So if we join all points, we see that all points on the same line. So actually this was by mistake. This is not correct. It was actually 4 and minus 3. So this is equation of one straight line. And now part B, second line, y equal to minus 2x plus 3. So again draw the table of values. So x and y, so write 0, 2, 4, minus 2, minus 4. So 0, this will be 3. If we put 2, minus 4 per 3, minus 1. If we put 4, x equal to 4, minus 2 into 4, minus 8, plus 3, minus 5. If we put minus 2, this will be 4 plus 3, 7. If we put minus 4, this will be plus 8, minus 2 into minus 4, 8, plus 3, 11. So now draw these points. 0, 3. 0, 3 is 0 is here, and 3, which is yes, which is this point, 0, 3. Previously we put by mistake here this point. So actually, because if we see in upper table, there is not 0, 3. So now actually the point is here, 0, 3. 2 minus 1. 2x is 2, and minus 1 is this one somewhere in the middle. This is 2 minus 1, and 4 minus 5. 4 and minus 5 is here. So up, we know just up until now we just draw 3 points, and you can see that if we can draw even from these 3 points, we can draw the line. And later, now if we draws the other points like minus 2 and 7, their point will lie on the same line, minus 2 and 7. Minus 2 is this one, and 7, so you see here the point is on the line. And minus 4 and 11. Minus 4 and 11 is this point. And if we extend the line, you will see that actually there is a little, I mean that actually these lines are parallel, because if you see slope is same, if the slope same, then lines will never intersect. And we see, draw one more line. C, part C, y equal to minus 2x minus 4, and draw the table of values, x, y. So as I told that necessarily, it is not necessary that we draw all the points. For a line, only 3 points or 2 points are sufficient. 0 2 4 minus 2 minus 4, put 0, we will get minus 4, and put 2 minus 4 minus 4 minus 8, and put here 4 minus 8 minus 4 minus 12, and minus 2, this will plus 4 minus 4 0, minus 4 minus 1 plus 8 minus 4, this is 4, and if we draw the points 0 minus 4 0 and y minus 4 this one, 0 minus 4, 1 point is this one, 2 minus 8, 2x is 2, and minus 8 is this one, and 4 minus 12, 4 and minus 12 is this one, and even if we want we can draw the line, and other point will exactly lie on the same line which we extend here. So we can plot more point, minus 2 0, minus 2x minus 2 and 0, which is on the same line, because this is x-axis. On x-axis for every point the y will be 0. So minus 4 and minus 4, minus 4x and then plus 4 is this one. So now you can see that if we join all the points, they will lie on the same line. So all line will be parallel. Even if we draw the fourth line, you can draw the fourth line, you will see that all the direction of all the line will be the same. So because they have the same gradient or value of m, as I mentioned before, y equal to mx is a standard straight line equation. This is a standard equation, and if we compare coefficient x, that is minus 2. So here the gradient for every line is same, minus 2 minus 2 minus 2. So line will be parallel. Now actually part 2 was what do you notice about lines you have drawn in part 1. So we notice that lines are parallel, and he did not ask why. If he asks why, you will mention that because the slope of all the lines are same. So you can draw part number 4. So next is, now before we solve next question about gradient and intercept, so first we see what is gradient. Suppose we have this line. This is actually, if we see from left, it is increasing from left to right. So we will start from the left. So left to right, we see its direction is upward. So slope is upward from left to right. So we will say that its gradient will be positive gradient. If a line is such that from left to right its direction is downward, its gradient will be negative. So again you see from left to right it is upward, so gradient positive, and this line from left to right it is downward direction, so gradient negative. Actually, what is gradient? Gradient shows the how the line is steep. If I mean that line is more steeper, its gradient will be, I mean that it has more gradient or bigger gradient as compared to the line which has a I mean that less gradient, so that will be less steeper. So more gradient, bigger gradient line will be more steeper. If less gradient, the line will be less steeper. So for example, if we consider this line, suppose this is making some angle with the x-axis. So if it is 60 degree, and I draw one more line, for example here this is suppose 30 degree. So 30 degree, this is less steeper and it has more angle with the x-axis, with the horizontal, so it is more steeper. So because it is making a greater angle. But for now, actually forget the angle concept. Just keep in mind that if the line is more steeper, it has a bigger gradient. We see here in the question. Question number 4 is state the gradient and y-intercept of each of the following. And as I mentioned, the standard straight line equation, which is y equal to mx plus c. Let's see first question number 4. Question number 4 is state the gradient and y-intercept of each of the following lines. Part A is y equal to 3x plus 7. So this is the equation of straight line, and if we compare with the standard equation of straight line mx plus c, so here m equal to 3, coefficient of x, so m equal to 3, and c, which is a y-intercept, so just I explain the what is actually y-intercept. But if we compare c equal to 7, so it means y-intercept is 7 and gradient is 3, so gradient equal to 3 and y-intercept, that is equal to 7. So this is answer. Part C of the question, y equal to 6x plus 6. So comparing with the standard straight line equation mx plus c, here m equal to 6 and c equal to 6. M is called gradient, so this is gradient equal to 6, and y-intercept that is equal to 6. This is answer. So part E is y equal to 0.2x. So comparing with y equal to mx plus c, standard equation, here m equal to 0.2, which is coefficient of x, and we can write here 0c because this is y-intercept is not given. So c equal to 0, coefficient of constant term, c equal to 0. So or not 0c, we can just write 0. So c equal to 0. So gradient equal to 0.2 and y-intercept that is equal to 0. So then part D of this question, part D, that is y equal to 10 by 3 minus 4x. So we can write in standard form minus 4x plus 10 by 3. Write first x term containing x and constant term here. So comparing with the y mx plus c, so m equal to minus 4, coefficient of x, and c equal to 10 by 3. So this is a gradient minus 4 and y-intercept 10 by 3. So this is a answer. Last part of this question, f equal to y equal to minus 11. So we can write y equal to 0x minus 11. So m equal to 0 and c equal to minus 11. So gradient equal to 0, g gradient equal to 0, and y-intercept that is equal to minus 11. Now question number 5, exercise 1b, book 2. State the equation of each of the following lines given the gradient and the y-intercept. So that is, gradient is given 2 and y-intercept that is given 4. So equation of each, so two parameters are given, gradient as well as y-intercept. So standard equation of a straight line, that is equal to y equal to mx plus c. This is standard equation of a straight line. So for example, if we have this is perpendicular line, coordinate Cartesian plane system. So for example, we have one line, this is suppose one line, its equation is for example y equal to x or y equal to 2x, and it is intersecting the y-axis at point, because this line is y-axis. On y-axis x is 0 for like that, any point on the x-axis here y is 0, and any point on the y-axis his x is 0. For this x coordinate is 0, and suppose this one is 2, y is 2. So actually what is a y-intercept? Y-intercept is the y coordinate on which the line is intersecting the y-axis. So this line is intersecting y-axis at point whose y coordinate 2. So its y-intercept is 2. So what is intercept? Actually intercept is a y coordinate of a point at which it is intersecting the y-axis. So suppose we have one more line which is passing through the central point. For example, its equation is also y equal to 2x or y equal to x. So it is passing through the central point. Central point has coordinate 0 0. So what is y-intercept? Y-intercept is y coordinate at point where it is intersecting the y-axis. So this line intersecting the y-axis at 0 0 mean its y-intercept is 0. So any line, if you see, for example, we saw the question here without constant term. For example, previously we saw a question y equal to 0.2x. Here there was no y-intercept or 0 y-intercept. If no intercept means 0. So only this was given. So it means it has 0 y-intercept because it is passing through the origin. So you can get y-intercept only if the line is not passing through the origin. Line is passing through this point, or suppose it is passing through this point. It should intersect y-axis at some other point other than 0 0. So now gradient of a line is given, y-intercept given, and he asked that write the equation for this. We know standard equation is this one, and y, put the value of gradient which is m, that is 2 into x, and value for y-intercept is 4. So this is the answer for part A. This was part A. And what about sorry, not yes, this is part A. And now part B. Gradient is given, gradient that is equal to minus 2, and y-intercept that is given minus 4. So standard equation is y equal to mx plus c. So equation of required equation or required equation with gradient minus 2, that will be y equal to minus 2x and y-intercept minus 4. This is answer. And part D, gradient minus 1 and y-intercept is given y-intercept 3.78. So standard equation is y mx plus c. So y will be equal to, gradient is minus 1, so minus x, it will be minus 1 into x minus x, and y-intercept is plus 3.78. So this is the required equation. Part E, gradient given is, gradient is minus 2 by 3, y-intercept is 0, y-intercept 0. So y-intercept 0, it means it is the line is passing through the center 0 0. So y equal to mx plus c, y will be equal to minus 2 by 3 x and plus c 0. So 0, no need to write. So this is the equation of required line. Or if we multiply both sides, 3y will be equal to minus 2x. If we multiply, 3 will be cancelled and 3y equal to minus 2x, or we can write 2x plus 3y equal to 0.